orders are as follows. Good morning, cadets, and welcome back to our Starfield playthrough, where we're gonna continue on our journey. For the moment, we only have one thing to do, and that is to sit in the pilot seat. Let's press all those buttons. Yeah, I think I know some of those buttons.
The rest is up to you.
Hold space to take off. Exit ship. Get up. Right. These looks fancy. Alright, enter space for the first time, and at the moment looks like
now that we are in orbit, it might be wise to test all controls and systems to ensure they are not on the verge of catastrophic failure. I can step you through the entire process, or if you're already an experienced pilot, just power up all the systems and we'll be on our way.
No, alright, we need to do the tutorial because I'm pretty sure it's not the same as Freelancer, but since it's like first person, it actually reminds me of Starlancer. It's the predecessor to Freelancer, which, weirdly enough, or if you don't know about the games, it's actually Freelancer is a sequel to Starlancer. Anyway, hold left alt and use. Okay. There we go.
Each system on a ship requires power. Allocating power is under your direct control. Let's go over the engines. Engines control our maximum speed. Try increasing and decreasing our relative velocity.
Yes. So I'm assuming
a ship's engine has a sweet spot for better handling during turns. Draw your attention to the HUD. You'll notice a speed indicator in the lower left with a gauge that goes up and down as you adjust the throttle. Try to center the gauge so that it lines up with the center of the vertical bars to its right. Boosts can be engaged for temporary bursts of speed.
okay. That's how much boost I can do.
Let's turn our attention to the shields. Try adjusting power to the shields. Notice more power increases their strength. Shields protect the ship from hull damage. Without a hull, but be vaporized. Shield health is displayed in the lower right. Hull damage is below it.
Got it. So right now it's shields offline. Cool. I don't need that.
You've proven an adequate pilot. Are you familiar with ship combat tactics? Because that's a Crimson Fleet ship bringing its weapons to bear.
Alright, press E to target the ship.
We will need to disable their shields. Laser-based weaponry is particularly effective.
Alright, I need to go third person. Go Freelancer mode.
Enemy ship centered on the HUD. We can lock in to fire a homing missile.
Right. By any chance, how is the ammunition with missiles, rockets, and what not?
The enemy shields are down, Captain. Ballistic weaponry excels at damaging the hull once shields are offline.
Alright, rev drive is off. Do I need to... I think I need to destroy it. Nice. Give me loot.
Congratulations on surviving your first Starship assault, Captain. We should search the wreckage for spare parts and other salvage. We will need to fly close to it before we can access the remains.
Got it. Okay, so I can speed up like this and whatnot. Great. Okay, let's not take damage from Is it this? There we are. Com relay.
2 more Crimson Fleet ships are jumping into our location, Captain.
Right. Actually, hold up. You're a bit more closer.
Come on!
Exactly have a visual range. You're taking off. Assuming you're trying, yeah, some distance. I don't need the scanner. I pressed the scanner by mistake. Whoops.
Just give up!
I think so far, space combat feels nice. Maybe worry about loot later on.
You've already lost!
I guess maybe I'm in combat. I will try to quickly loot before I go after him. Missed that one.
Still in one piece.
For now, buddy. For now. Close your grab gun.
The amount of Crimson Fleet hostility has been far more than anticipated. At this rate, the odds of continual assault from their ships are high enough to jeopardize our mission. In short, they are after the frontier and will not stop. We will need to deal with the local Crimson Fleet captain. A recent scan indicates an abandoned facility on the nearby moon of Crete, a perfect staging area for pirates.
So this is not inside here in this star system. Got it. Okay, that's my ship. Star map. Travel between stars. Zoom out. So is it there? Hyperia. Nira. Crete, you said, right? Yeah. But we have star station over there, another star station. Hostile activity. Where are we exactly? Hyperia. We're here, Victera. Okay, let's travel.
We have arrived in orbit. The abandoned facility with our Crimson Fleet captain is on the surface.
Alrighty then. Do is still from the star map? Okay, the planet view of the star map gives information about the environment that you scan and help you find discover key landing sites, rotate the planet. Got it. So you have iron, a lot, argon, right? I was thinking that was argon. I still remember a bit of my periodic table. And that's water. Okay, so it is a resource, water as well. Got it. So we have water, helium 3, iron, lead, argon, alkanes. Is this like alkalites? Oh, maybe I'm making my words up. Never mind. Silver and then neon. And apparently it has a trait unknown. Yeah, I'm gonna hide the resources for now to look at the planet. Yeah, looks like frozen volcanic mountains. So overall, right, we have the details on the left. Type rock, gravity 0.55 G. So that's half the gravity of Earth? Or is higher? Yes, I think is it like Earth 1G? I might mix up all of this. Temperature temperate apparently, so it's kind of okay. Atmosphere STD O2. Standard O2. So it's breathable. Atmosphere, magnetosphere very strong. So that means we can jump that high. And water biological, fauna, flora, 0 out of 3. So I'm assuming once I discover these ones, it's gonna count towards the survey. Anyway, let's land at the research base or research lab.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
Okay, so we're gonna have companion. Oh, there goes one ship. You with me, Vasco?
Captain, Protocol Indigo dictates that I am to return to the Lodge with no deviations. We are here to stop the Crimson Fleet from pursuit. Nothing more.
Okay. Can I ask you why is this Crimson Fleet captain after Barrett?
I have often asked Barrett that same question at various times, and about various individuals that wanted to cause us harm. The most likely answer is that Barrett personally insulted him, typically by continuing to live, usually after escaping from certain death, and often with an object multiple people wanted.
Hey, gotta say, I like the detail on him. So he's Vasco, but he's VAS-119. That doesn't remotely sound like Vasco. Unless there's, I see model A 0704-N43-8182 -3809, I believe is there, or 3009. Then it has LU2-N07. Yeah, all right. Anyway, right, what's your actually, who are you and Barrett, and what's Constellation?
Constellation is an explorers society founded over 50 years ago with the mission of seeking out the unknown. Members often engage in expeditions in small groups, typically 1 or 2 people, or like Barrett and myself, 1 person and 1 robot. The membership is intentionally limited and small. Should you join Constellation yourself, you will be the 10th active member.
Okay, so is this like a fresh, recently made group then?
Barrett would say that billions of years ago, we were all one with the cosmos. So technically, you have known each other forever. But the more practical answer is likely that he needs you. The number of known people who have been affected by the artifacts is now 2. Without your investment in Constellation's mission, he may never know more about the experience you both share. So he is showing you trust in order to gain your support.
Interesting. So now I'm wondering, is it dependent or does it have any correlation with genetics, for example? That he only affected me and I believe he's Barrett, the other person, right? Is it something in our genetic marker that kind of resonates with what we found? And that's why the rest of the people just can pick it up and nothing happens. For them it's just a paperweight. And okay, apparently we can trade gear.
Allow me to assist you with carrying your items.
Oh, perfect. Wait, what? Is this it? No, hold up. Nah. Vasco. You're gonna help me with a lot. I mean, this doesn't weigh a lot, but still. Gonna trade everything. Okay, good to know that if it's 1 or 2, up to 3, it doesn't ask me how much, the amount. But if it's like, so from 5 upwards, yeah, cool. You can get a mining suit as well, packs, all good, helmets, apparel. Get the underwear. Aid, I'm not gonna give anything because that's gonna be needed. And then it'll be resources. I'm gonna keep the resources for now. What about... Oh, I can't give him weapons at all? Interesting. Because the weapons are the one that's gonna be in terms, yeah. I mean, I have like 3 axes. Like 4 assault rifles. Jeez, 4. Let's run it up to down to 4 mass. So that's 16 just from that. Then of course cutters, which is 7 times 4, 28. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, you receive 1 skill point to spend every time you level up. Okay. What about, what was it here? Complete the previous rank challenge to unlock this rank. So we already have it, complete the rank 1, so rank 2 available. I'm assuming... Ah, I do need points. Right, I thought for a second that it's automatically. Then how many points I'm gonna get though? Right, and with F is the scanner. Scan creatures, minerals, and plants. Each unique item scanned progresses your survey data. Got it. And completed survey data can be sold for credit. Also unlocks additional features such as building outposts and using social skills like diplomacy and intimidation. Okay. Ah, it's only this one, 30% or... do have some resources here.
According to the scanners, the abandoned research facility is in this direction.
Okay, now so 0.5 means I can jump higher. I was thinking the other way. Alobite. Alright. So I have 4 out of 8 resources. Resource fiber. Is this how I do it? Or actually I do have some access. But strangely enough, it was not. Whoa. Did I get tired or was this? I think so. I get the resources. You're gonna break, right? Or is it too big of a chunk? What's with the beeping? Does that mean it's close to breaking? Ah, wait, hold up. My health is going down. Or shields. That's what's going down. Okay. Aha. So I need to keep an eye out on the CO2 and O2. Got it. Whoopsie. Right. Kilobytes. Yeah, these are probably do a lot of screen. And I might employ a lot of jump cuts because I see there's other points of interest. And all that. Biomes volcanic. So for now,
Be
let's
careful,
just.
Captain. Alien creatures are often unpredictable.
Which ones? Moscow. This I should be able to break, right? Yeah, nice. It's a smaller chunk. It's lead. But yeah, I'll probably gonna be a lot of jump cuts. Gonna cut out the travel between points of interest. Hey, Vasco, you told me about any life forms around here. Where are they? Okay, that's 63. I can actually try. Yeah, at least this dust route to finish scanning. Double helix, carbon based. And one more. Nice. Self-cloning as reproduction. That's interesting. Okay, what does it mean biome complete? Is this for this area? Or... Okay, my CO2 is going up again. I think maybe it's for this area, I don't know. Still 1 out of 3, and to be honest, I have not seen any other type of plants. We did stumble upon the trilobites as well. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to leave one. One mining laser with me, right? Do I have any other entry points? That seems like crafting equipment. That might have been something extra. Anything up here? Oops. Ah, sweet rolls, nice. This was or is somebody's spot to relax by the looks of it. Right, fellas, do you have anything interesting? Bubble level. So yeah, I'll probably loot a lot of stuff. And I'm out here. Sealant. Did I get by any chance notes? No. Actually, I kinda need to... Oh, med packs too. Nice. Maybe I kinda need to slow down and not just spam pick up, you know? Okay, auto saving. Let's do a quick save as well. Bad people, bad jokes. We start with this one. Why did a chicken cross the road? Huh? What's a chicken? Really? Knock knock. Who's there? Planet. Planet who? If I throw a party, will you help me planet? Okay, that's a bit decent. Ecliptic mercenary says to a woman, I've been hired to kill you and I always get the job done. Woman says, can't we talk about this, son? Really? What? Yeah, that's whatever. How do you keep an idiot in suspense? Now I'm feeling called out. How do you get a Freestar Collective hick out of a tree? Wave. Louis Looper's Bad People, Bad Jokes Volume 2 is the follow-up to his original work and, just like its predecessor, has become a cult hit. Ooh, board games. Yes. Don't mind if I do. Notepad. I thought that was...
Curious. These are United Colonies markings, but we are in Freestar Collective space. It then stands to reason that this was once a secret UC facility.
The plot thickens. Nobody around? It's too quiet. Way too quiet. Am I gonna get ambushed? Is it on a chair? Why would I do that? Hello? What's a heat leech?
The enemy is approaching. Damage registered.
Let's go.
We have eradicated all nearby enemies.
Right. I thought maybe we're gonna have a lot of other guys coming, but no. Alright. These are the fridges, lockers. Thermos, tissues. Ah! Okay, that was something to read. Something Omega. I don't have a lot of stuff now. In terms of... Okay, there was another thing to read. Please tell me there, put in notes. Oh, I have like... Okay, I have the bad jokes, right? Omega Last Days and then the Gravity Paradigm. Okay, I'm gonna read this one first. The Gravity Paradigm. Truth is, what our scientists didn't know back then could fill volumes. The focus, of course, was on wormholes, and not only creating but maintaining a stable and sustainable Einstein-Rosen bridge. That was the goal, the end point. No one had even considered that maybe that was just the beginning. When we look at grav drive technology today, and the ease at which we fold space and travel light years in seconds, it's sometimes easy to forget the impossibility of what we've achieved. Dr. Josephine Inato's seminal work continues for another 535 pages and has become the most highly respected text on grav drives and grav jumping ever written. Okay, and then we have Omega The Last Days. The following is the opening of Camille Flammarion's 1894 work Omega The Last Days of the World, in which a comet is set to collide with the Earth in the 25th century, and people must come to terms with the end of the world, and what that actually means. Omega, The Last Days of the World. Chapter 1. The magnificent marble bridge, which unites the Rue de Rennes with the Rue de Louvre, and which, lined with the statues of celebrated scientists and philosophers, emphasizes the monumental avenue leading to the new portico of the Institute, was absolutely black with people. A heaving crowd surged, rather than walked along the quays, flowing out from every street and pressing forward toward the portico. Long before invaded by a tumultuous throng, never in that barbarous age preceding the Constitution of the United States of Europe, when might was greater than right, when military despotism ruled the world and foolish humanity quivered in the relentless grasp of war. Never before in the stormy period of a great revolution, or those feverish days which accompanied a declaration of war, had the approaches of the House of the People's Representatives, or the Place de la Concorde presented such a spectacle. It was no longer the case of a band of fanatics rallied about the flag, marching to some conquest of the sword, and followed by a throng of the curious and the idle, eager to see what would happen, but of the entire population, anxious, agitated, terrified, composed of every class of society without distinction, hanging upon the decision of an oracle, waiting feverishly the result of the calculation which a celebrated astronomer was to announce that very Monday at 3 o'clock in the session of the Academy of Sciences. Amid the flux of politics and society, the Institute survived, maintaining still in Europe its supremacy in science, literature, and art. The center of civilization, however, had moved westward, and the focus of progress shown on the shores of Lake Michigan in North America. I wonder if it's something for just this game, as in literature for this game, or it's like a real book or something. I have a feeling it may be for this game. Right, already went there to check. We have upstairs. We did make a lot of noise though. Desktop organizer. Oh, these were lockers? But they were fridges, to be honest. Paper tray. Credits, nice. Digipick, I suppose that's gonna be lockpicks, right? First aid. Again, too quiet. Okay, if I have our first victim. History of Xenobiology. The first several chapters of Lars Nielsen's work seem to focus primarily on the digestive system of alien herbivores. The dissection of Dr. Lourd's latest find revealed a creature that was just as she suspected, based on its outward appearance, an evolution of the microscopic hydrothermal worm. But her research also suggested a species that evolved in distinct stages, possibly growing significantly as it did. The question now remains, which version of the creature did Dr. Lourd dissect? And what maximum size could it possibly achieve? The subsequent passages deal with Nielsen's fascination with the predatory wildlife of some unnamed world. I guess that's about our little buddy that we fought down, right? And if you're telling me that they might grow larger than that, alright, that's a chilly thought to have. Hey, still quiet. Okay, pirates. There we go. Protein bar, medkits.
The hell is going on here?
Pack of beer.
I have detected hostile life nearby.
Okay, you heard me.
Time to earn a living.
Hey, what's going? You got it? You got this?
No payday's worth this. Let's go!
What? Right. So that happened.
Curious. These are United Colonies markings, but we
did
are
not
in
quick save.
Freestar
Right.
Collective space. It then stands to reason that this was once a secret UC facility.
I did not even get a warning that my life was going down that quick. Damn. Right. Well, actually, because I was not full health anyway. Whoops. Does that mean I have to deal with
Prepare for combat. Another
Yeah.
successful fight.
33. No, I don't need to see it. Just sitting in the fridge then. Okay, actually, maybe I missed something. Because didn't I had one more thing around that I read? Textile, wood. Thermos. Okay, let's just get up. What's that? Ah no, my life, chunk by chunk. I was very young, only 7 years old, when I realized humans are animals. Smart animals, sure, but still animals. You give us food, we'll eat it. You want it to taste good, and we wanted to stop our hunger. Those two things, that's what's most important. After that, sure, some people want their food to be really healthy, as the experts say, and some want it to be pretty, but most people, they just want to cram something into their face. And that's when the concept of chunks was born. So begins the 120-page autobiography of Fred Blumhardt, founder of the Chunks Food franchise. Right, so you have the bad jokes. Was it that one from the doctor, right? That I missed. Again, it's not necessary to have it. Oh well. I don't know where I found it. So I gotta remember to quick save more often. One there. Oh, wait, wasn't it here there? No, that's history, xenobiology. There's something about Omega stuff, if memory serves. Okay, let's save. I think maybe some first aids on the wall that I missed.
The hell is going on here?
Oh, you're just keeping an eye on things, like you said.
Yeah? You hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. We got it.
Okay. Let's try this again, guys. You're out. You were coming with an axe towards me. Vasco, where are you? A bit of assist.
That's the best you can do.
Ah. Don't I have like a weapon wheel by any chance?
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
He's not gone, Vasco. There we go. No, I'm not gonna use the vending machine. To get a bit of what? Maybe a pack of snacks and just use 75 credits? Nah, that's not gonna happen. The Pickwick Papers. The posthumous papers of the Pickwick Club. Chapter 1. The Pickwickans. The first ray of light which illuminates the gloom and converts into a dazzling brilliancy that obscurity in which the earlier history of the public career of the immortal Pickwick would appear to be involved, is derived from the perusal of the following entry in the transactions of the Pickwick Club, which the editor of these papers feels the highest pleasure in laying before his readers, as a proof of the careful attention, indefatigable assiduity, that's a word, right, and nice discrimination with which in his search among the multifarious documents confided to him has been conducted. Charles Dickens' first book about a man who establishes a society whose goal is to travel and research human life became a phenomenon that established the author as one of the best days of his day. That's a couple of words I did not hear about at all. Pascal, pardon me. Please don't block me. More toilet paper. Get all the toilet paper. Bad days are coming, Vasco, that's why. Onwards we go. And I need to be careful with the ammunition then.
I repeat, the terror morphine is loose. Do not engage. If you can reach it.
Oh man, that was the best.
The what now?
Classic United Colonies. Put something in a cage until it kills you.
One more time.
Guys? Okay. Oh, we can use computers as well. Nice. Oh, blimey. Right. New beginnings. I can't believe it. I got a posting. The United Colonies Xeno Warfare Division is now official. I can't even imagine the amount of red tape they had to cut through at MAST, but it's long overdue, and I get to be a part of it from the ground up. My official title will be Associate Xenobiology Technician, and I ship out in 3 days. Amanda is upset, but I assured her I'll have plenty of leave and will be back in New Atlantis all the time. I'm still not sure where I'm going. Definitely somewhere in United Colonies space. Guess I'll find out when I get there. Candidate 1. We got our first extraterrestrial candidate today. What appeared to be an alien form of Lequage venusta, essentially a giant spider. Oh, wonderful. Mickelson, in full protective gear, attempted to attach the Neural Control Interface, NCI. Our security detail is still trying to remove him from the cocoon, and we had no choice but to put down the creature. A minor setback. None of us expected success on the first try. I heard Dr. Paulson tell the others that a detachment of United Colonies Marines is scheduled to deliver another creature next Thursday. Please tell me it's not a spider. Ashta specimen. I'm not sure how they managed it, but the UC Marines actually managed to bring us an Ashta. It's not that the Ashta is a terrifying beast, a natural predator. Those are both exceptional and wonderful qualities, and essential to the work we're doing here. Is that the Ashta is native to the planet Aquila in the Cheyenne system. Aquila, home to Aquila City, capital of the Freestar Collective. Leave it to a ground of ground pounders to grab a candidate right from the enemy's backyard. Though, it does beg the question. Have Freestar Collective scientists managed to weaponize their greatest natural predator? If so, our timetable just got accelerated. Trial failure. Any fears that our Freestar Collective counterparts have managed to weaponize the Asta has been completely dispelled. After the Mikkelsen debacle, we determined the NCI should only be attached under full sedation, so that wasn't an issue. The problems started immediately afterward. The Ashta proved incredibly resistant to synchronization, and we never achieved control fidelity beyond 47%. Dr. Chin's arm was nearly ripped off 5 minutes into the first trial. In short, the Ashta simply cannot be controlled. If not by us, then certainly not by the Freestar Collective. Dr. Paulson has been in touch with Colonel Kasarov. Looks like the Marines will have another species collected and dropped off by this time next week. More disappointment. Another creature, another failure. No fault of the UC ground pounders. We wanted a predator and they delivered. These things were so alien. Paulson had a difficult time deciding on a designation. Opted for Reptans Venomum. Shame we couldn't properly sing the NCI. These things would have been spectacular, especially the poison. New specimens. Marines dropped another few specimens off this morning, totally unscheduled. Best way to describe them? They're arthropods, the alien equivalent of Homarus gamarus. Basically a giant space lobsters. Very promising giant space lobsters. I'm not entirely sure whether UC grunts found these particular test subjects some god-forsaken backwater rock, I imagine. After the third or fourth unsuccessful trial, I stopped asking. None of these earlier species could be controlled with any reliability. As noted in my earlier logs, their natural aggressiveness made them effective weapons, but the bullet is less than useless if the gun keeps turning itself on the shooter. But these new creatures possess a perfect natural disposition, non-aggressive, even docile, yet capable of defending themselves with deadly efficiency when threatened. And when they do go on the attack, they're terrifying. So we'll see. The location. We're moving, packing up shop and transitioning the entire operation. It's happened so fast, my head is spinning. The work on the arthropods has been so successful, we're actually relocating to their homeworld. We'll have an unlimited supply of creatures for the Xenowarfare division. I've been named Senior Xenobiologist. That means I'll be running the entire facility. My first instinct was to tell Amanda. I'm still not used to her not being there. I'll give my Mikkelsen credit. The guy really went to bat for me. He let the masked brass know that it was my work tuning the neural control interface that was instrumental in controlling the arthropod. I guess Olsen is being forced to retire. Good riddance. Right, and this was personal journals for Hayden Wynn. A lot to read. You have lockers.
If you require help carrying any items, I will assist.
Sleep, right,
While
yeah,
I am
let's
programmed for commencing item exchange.
Yes, I think I'm gonna get a lot of recall. Yeah, I took a lot of junk. Apparel. Can get to more space undersuits, and that's great. Also, I'm noticing Oh, hold up. Wait, did I transfer everything from
Barrett and the
Vasco
Crimson
to me?
MI currently in.
I think so. Because I was wondering, why can I not give him weapons, for example? Okay. Nope. Wait, are these? Okay, weapons. Don't think I have ammunition. Laser pistol. Sure, I'll stay on that one.
Captain, do you require assist?
Okay, Vasco. I need you back. And the Grendel. And the rest you can keep. So I have one of each. The space undersuit. Yeah. Whoops. I gave everything to... I took everything back. It looks like Vasco has a limit as well. Luckily this goes fast. How many other things? Right. Yeah, he's actually close on being full in terms of how much you can carry. Yeah, 23 more and then he's gonna become encumbered. Oh, thank you, Vasco. Right. Anything else here? Dumbbell, sure, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna restores 5 health. I'm gonna have to look at what I'm getting. Oh, that was a junk, but sure. The thing is, I don't really know right now what's gonna be crafting material and whatnot, or if we can disassemble stuff. That's another thing. Bandages, alright. Ammo case. Ammo rack. Nice. So I don't have for the Maelstrom. I do have for the Grendel ammunition by the looks of it. Not a lot, but I have. This one is locked. Some mines, med packs.
I believe we are no longer alone.
Light 'em up.
Suit. Yeah, Vasco, would have been nice for you to...
I am aiming for your center of mass.
Are you though?
They're everywhere!
leveled up. Got a bit of ammunition. Still have enemies around though. Hazmat suit. Okay, I really need to check off screen for a weapon wheel. See if I can put more. Oh, I only have the laser pistol then. Oh, there's an explosive over there. Nice.
In combat, Barrett often yells, pew, pew, pew. I am not sure why.
For fun. I'll explain to you later. Let's go.
Take him down! I'm gonna take him down! My head! Go, 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 run!
Is there a way to tell Vasco to be a bit more aggressive? So far, I'm not really impressed by him. Heal paste. Yeah, all these scientists are gone.
I am not picking up the enemy on my scanner.
Still one around there. Weapon cased, heal paste. We have another computer. Okay. Project Pet Shop. My staff and I just arrived this morning, and I'm not surprised to find the facility completely operational. As usual, the United Colonies spared no expenses. It's all very exciting, inspirational, really, knowing you have the full support of the decision makers. I have to admit, I was surprised to learn that the lab is a closely guarded secret, located in Freestar collective space, no less. But we go where the work takes us. Xenowarfare is the evolution of armed ground conflict. We know it, and the Freestar Collective surely knows it as well. Forget what the calendar says. This is 1942 or all over again. We might as well be the Manhattan Project, racing to create a game changer before the other side. So to that effect, I'm overjoyed to officially announce Project Pet Shop Phase 1 is a go. Arthropods. The arthropods are here. The arthropods are, in a word, incredible. Calm, easy to work with, and they even allow themselves to be fitted with the NCIs without much trouble. Synchronization has, thus far, been nearly instantaneous, and their control fidelity has remained in the 95-97% range. They've passed all environmental survivability tests as well. Hot, cold, low or no oxygen. I'm pretty sure these things could operate effectively in any environment. Most promising is how well they've already integrated with the Red Devils, who have joined us for a period of extended training. After all, they'll be leading the creatures into combat, so it's critical they establish a war bond. Success! After months of testing a variety of extraterrestrial species, I am overjoyed to report that we have finally found a species that will serve as the backbone of the United Colonies Xenowarfare Division. The arthropods are everything we hoped for and more. Imagine a pack of alien beasts suited to any terrain, capable of instantly obeying any command. I have designated these beasts obedient pests, but we just call them stalkers. I think it may finally be time to crack open the bottle of Chateau Avignon 2170. The Red Devils. The Red Devils' progress with the Stalkers has been nothing less than amazing. Now I see why they're so highly regarded in UC military circles. None of the rah-rah bullshit you see with the regular grunts. These are focused professionals. After another week of training here in the pet shop, I'm confident they'll be ready for a live test in the field. Mikkelson suggests I contact Colonel Kasarov and find out where his Marines grabbed that spider from the early trials. He wants his comeuppance, but then it would make for a good trial. Right, so there's a lot of lore to read around here. I was about to say the music kinda stopped. I'm assuming that's environment damage, right? Good to know. Let me just heal.
The heck? Here! Over here!
Right. Weapons case. Right, for now, that back. Okay, for now, we are free of enemies. Does this loop around? Yeah, definitely has that all-out vibe as well. You can pick everything. Something that they used to do at the beginning of every Fallout game, so I can sell it for bottle caps as much as I can. Right, this was quite a bit of exploration and a bit of reading, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for this episode. I was actually expecting to finish this part rather quick, but it was not the case. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for this part and continue next time, where we're gonna hopefully finish this. And not that I complain that I have lore to read and whatnot, but I would prefer not to have too much of a read per episode, but we'll see. For now, hopefully you enjoy this part, guys, and I'll see you next time. But as always, don't forget to take care.